What's up, everybody? We're back in the garage with this Ducati Sport Classic of mine. I just did the belts on it. It needs an oil change. It's been a little while. It's a little overdue. So we're gonna change the oil. I'm kind of gonna walk you through it, show you what we're doing. I've got K&N air filter. Sorry. K&N oil filter, Motul 7100, 1550, and a new crush washer over here. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and just kind of show you the process. Pretty easy. All right, so on these guys, the drain plug is right there. It's kind of behind this header, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's right under there, right there. It's a 10 millimeter. The 10 millimeter is not very snug in there. Apparently there's a reason for that. I can't remember what it is, but these things don't need to be tightened down very hard. It's basically just kind of like snug it up and then a little extra. You're not cranking them down because it's an aluminum block. You don't want to break anything. So yeah, just be careful breaking it free. Take your time. You don't want to strip it, but ideally it shouldn't be that tight. It should break free pretty easily. And the 10 millimeter being loose won't be an issue. And then the filter is up here, again, behind the header, but filter's right here. That obviously just spins out, oil drains, and then we fill it. The fill cap is here. Pop this off. Once the drain plug and the new filter are in, fill the oil up here, check the level in the sight glass. I'm looking at this now, realizing I'm probably a little over full, but it is on a rear stand, so that could be the reason for that. You can see this oil it looks brand new. I very rarely ride this bike, but the oil is at least a year old, so it's time to change it. So we're gonna get to it. I'll see how much of this I can record and show you guys the process. All right, so drain plug out first. I already loosened this, so it's not gonna be very tight. Just gonna loosen this cap up to let the oil drain a little easier. Just take that out. Set it down here. So I've got this tool. It's never really seemed to be the right size. It doesn't quite fit on there as good as it should. I'm gonna try and use it again just because I like to torture myself. But if this doesn't do the trick, I'm probably gonna go to the other side and just use the standard universal. That's actually working. Just need to get it loose enough that I can get it off by hand. It was working. Fully realize my arm is in the way here, but you get the idea. This is just sliding off nice and easy. So I think I can do that by hand now. So I did this on the Multistrada too, but every other oil change I've done, I've used Ducati factory filters. This time I just decided to go with K&N, mostly because I like this nut that they weld on the bottom of it, but K&N makes great stuff too. So just a little bit of oil around the rim there. I'm gonna get a washcloth in there and clean some of that out before I tighten this down. But so the nut on this is 17 millimeters. So I'm going to use a 6-sided socket instead of the 8-sided or whatever the star is, just so that I don't strip it or cause any damage to the nut. That's my adapter here. Again, these, you don't have to crank these down. They need to be snug, but that should do it. I've done probably a gazillion oil changes in my life, so I kind of just have a feel for how snug they need to be. There is a torque setting if you're unsure and you want to torque it, you can torque it. But I just kind of snug them up and go from there. So the drain plug and the oil filter are back in. I'm going to fill it up with oil, but before I do that, I'm going to check something else off camera. All right, so I've decided to also do the oil screen, just because I didn't do it the last time I did the oil. So I'm gonna pop that out, give it a clean, but I'm just gonna do that off camera. I think it's a 21 millimeter, but I'm gonna get that out of there, clean up that cap because it's kind of filthy. Pull the screen, take a look at it. All right, so of course the socket size for this guy was 21 millimeters, which is like the only size I don't have in my toolbox. So I had to run down to the store and get a 21 millimeter socket, but it's off now. And the screen, the oil screen in there is held in with a, where is it? Oh, it's on the wrench already. 14 millimeter Allen. So I had to get one of these too. So I had to run to the store for both of those things, so it wasn't completely useless. I'm about to take the screen out, give it a clean, and get it all reassembled, and then put the oil in. Okay, that's all back together. I used a little bit of brake clean to clean the screen out. There was like a little bit of metal flake on it, but I mean, it was super tiny, nothing major. So I just gave it a good clean, dried it off, let it air dry, and stuck it back in there. Yeah, now it's all back together. So I'm gonna fill it up with oil. Just gonna pay attention to the sight glass here. Probably go to the top of the full line, since this thing is basically mostly empty of oil now. Yeah, so I'll fill it up to the top of the sight line, run it for a little bit, let the oil get moving, shut it off, remeasure, and then add a little bit more if necessary. And again, I'm adding the Motul 7100 1550 weight. All right, so I just ran it for a little bit. Filled it up with oil, ran it for a minute, let the oil kind of circulate through the system, shut it off, checked, and then added some. I'm pretty happy with that level, so that's where it's gonna stay now. I'll take it out and ride it. Probably check it after the ride and just make sure it's fine, but this oil level is great for now. And that is a job done. So if you like this video, found it useful, please hit the like button below and the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.